I want to thank everybody for watching Crypto Revolution, where I talk about everything crypto daily. Before we jump into this video, I want to say please smash the like button. Trying to get a like spike going. 1,000 likes a video. That's the goal. If you haven't subscribed to the channel yet, please do so. I'm going to keep you up to date on everything that's important to make sure that you're successful in Bitcoin and cryptocurrency going forward. Jumping right into the market today in crypto. Green day, bright green. Overall market cap of crypto, $200 billion. Bitcoin just above 7,000. So we had some pretty good price action early mornings, Eastern Standard Time. So this is a Bitcoin daily chart. So let's start here. You see this red line here. This is the red daily 50 simple moving average. You can see Bitcoin's price action's been rejected. Also up here as well. Previously, we were up at 9,200, got rejected, actually fell pretty hard from that level. So now again, Bitcoin's trying to break above this 50 simple moving average. Potentially there could be some upside. We need to close the daily candle above this. And again, we've got about 23 hours before this happens. So still some time for the bulls to take over. This is a chart I talked to you about yesterday, how these bearish crosses play out. And potentially the price moves lower after you get these bearish crosses of the 7 daily simple moving average and the 25. Now, here we are. If the bulls are able to push this price action higher, possibly this could be avoided. You'll get a situation potentially like this right here, where the 7 and the 25 converged, but they didn't cross, and then the price continued higher. This is a Bitcoin 6-hour chart. And, you know, we've talked about this previously, where you have this uptrend. We ran up to 10,500 distribution. We had a falling wedge, broke to the downside, wrecked city. Now here we are. So you've got this uptrend, falling wedge. What's different here is you have this big volume spike, which means, hey, pay attention. Pay attention. Everybody recognizes that this is different than any of this previous price action that we've had since the first of the month. And you have, this gives validity to the strength of this price action, the strength of the move, if you will, okay? So that means this green move higher, potentially a breakout and a retest. So there's potential for a move to the upside. This is a Bitcoin 1-hour chart, and you see Bitcoin came down, retested about the lower trend line of this falling wedge, retested right here perfectly. Okay, then bounced from about 64.50, broke out, ran to the upside to 71.50. Now, the most important part here is Bitcoin broke out, it's confirmed, and it's retesting. It actually retested, and now it's flagging. It's flagging right here. Target 74.85, short-term target, okay? Now remember, CME Futures gap is overhead as well at about 7,300. We'll talk about that shortly. I've got a cryptocurrency trading group. I've got 6 chat groups where everybody's calling out breakouts, posting charts, working together to trade this market. I've got 41 videos in a playlist. If you don't know anything about trading at all, nothing, you can watch these videos. You'll be making profitable trades. Number one reason why people join my trading group is I post profitable trading setups every single day, and we've been killing it. It's amazing to see the gains we make in the trading group on a daily basis. If you guys want to join the cryptocurrency trading group, you want to pay in crypto, email me, cryptobitcoinchris@gmail.com. I'll get you set up and in the group today. You pay for 6 months in crypto, you get a 20% discount. You pay for the year in crypto, you get an additional month for free and a 30% discount. If you do want to pay with a card month to month on a monthly basis, you can do so. There's a Patreon link that's in the description. This is Tezos, up 72%. You can see here's the setup posted. Here's 52% out of Link. Again, bought the breakout down here. Here's the setup. Boom, 52% out of Link. Here's Ethereum, 57% gains out of Ethereum. Here's the setup posted in the trading group on the 17th of last month. Boom. Here is Bitcoin Cash. Bitcoin Cash, again, posted March 17th. Broke out 60% gains over time. This is Vechain, up 28%. I just posted this recently. Listen, the trading group is extremely successful, and you can see there's 1,584 people in the trading group. Now, most of these members are not short-term traders. They're not, let me trade with 100x leverage. Most of them buy and they hold for a couple months. They make a bunch of gains and they know when to sell. And from yesterday, this person's up 1,000% on Link, but these people trade on leverage, so it's different. This person's up 215% on ADA. This is probably one of the best stories in the trading group that I've heard in a long time. I've successfully traded $4,000 into $96,000 over the last 3 weeks. Yesterday, I was talking about big whales jumping in. I had some people in the comment box. They're like, what do you have, a crystal ball? Do you have a crystal ball? Somebody said B-O-W-L. Crystal ball. I'm using my crystal ball. Now, this is whale alert. Whale alerts. Now, I wouldn't base any trades going on as far as this goes because you don't know where it's going to and why. Okay, but what I would put some stock in is $240 million in Tether was printed. There are boatloads of Tether sitting on the sidelines ready to pour into this market. This is not, hey, this is some regular situation. This is bells have to go off in your head. Something's different here. Like there's these huge stacks of stablecoins on the sidelines. Crypto market roiled by new allegations against Tether because they were scared by this Tether FUD. Stablecoin FUD is a great way for these whales. I mean, you can pay these news outlets a couple grand and get whatever news you want, right? If you're going to make millions of dollars potentially, like, yeah, you're pumping some stablecoin FUD, all right? You're going to make it happen. And then it'll all come out in the wash. And if you notice, you know, yesterday's video, if you haven't watched that, check it out. But I showed you like, hey, the news wasn't really ban worthy. It was like, yeah, it could happen. Today, same thing. Here we are, big pump, stablecoin FUD, Tether printed. Notice the commonalities. The United States is waking up. Traditional markets are green. Bitcoin's green. Are they going to wake up and be bullish? You know, you'd have to assume there's going to be some upside for the day based on this idea. Bull run ready. Let's do this, Bitcoin. The number of accounts trading CME Bitcoin Futures grew in the first quarter amid volume slide. Most important part here is there's a CME gap that only got partially filled today. Hasn't been completely filled. So potentially could we see a move up to about 7,300 to fill this gap? Then why should we stop there? We've got a 4-hour gap. CME Bitcoin Futures up here that runs from 8,200 to 9,000. Let's fill this gap, 9,150. Let's fill this gap. I'm ready for gap, boys. Mount up. Let's go. Let's fill this gap. Crypto Fear and Greed Index, 13. This is a bullish sign. People are fearful. People are fearful and bulls buy based on this. I mean, if it was down to like a 9 like it was last month, that's even more bullish, right? If it was down even lower. So again, potentially keep an eye on this indicator. Bitcoin dominance is falling. This could be good for the altcoins. So Bitcoin pumps, but that means the altcoin dominance increase. That means altcoins saw a lot of moves to the upside based on this chart. Now, the concern would be Bitcoin dominance puts in a double bottom. Bitcoin dominance takes off. These alts don't perform as well. Now, what the altcoin enthusiasts need to happen is a break to the downside. You drop this about 5%, mini altcoin rally. That's what we need. 40, 50% gains. This drops 5%, you'll see 40, 50% gains in your altcoins. Now, first step, let's see what happens right here. Bitcoin block reward halving countdown. We've heard about it, but this is not the same. I wanted to show you the hidden truth underneath the Bitcoin halving, kind of what's going on in the past, and really detailed, break it down for you just so you understand the potential here. This is Google Trends Bitcoin halving. What I want you to notice is this peak occurred during the week of the Bitcoin halving previously, 2016. Okay, here we are. We're already at levels above this previous peak, and we've got 25 days left. Take a look at this chart. This is detailed, so follow me here. You can see right here, this blue vertical line. This is when Bitcoin's halving occurred, okay, July 9th, 2016. So 51 days before the last Bitcoin halving, the run-up started over here, okay? Then on the 28th day before the halving, over the next 8 days here, you had about a 37% increase in the price of Bitcoin. So total here, you had about a 79% price increase. Now, Bitcoin is already bottomed, essentially, at least for now. And we've seen a 100% run up. So, I mean, was this priced in here? Or potentially, we still have 26 days left. So let's watch what happens. 26 days going into this. 19 days before the halving, the price plummeted, dropped 29% and then bounced 13%. So tons of volatility in this area. Okay. And then essentially for the last 13 days before the halving, it was sporadic. Now, if you look after the halving happened, the price just basically did nothing. You see this? Price just basically did nothing. It moved sideways for essentially 22 days. And then all of a sudden it dropped 27% in 3 days. Bottom fell out. Now, here is the key I want you to get out of this important message. That once Bitcoin hit this low, ran down to $480 from August the 2nd, 2016 to December 16th, 2017. From this point right here, Bitcoin's price increased 4,000%. It took a total of 501 days. Financial freedom is coming, period. Watch. It's going to take some time to play out. We're going to have all this kind of tumultuous movement in the price action of Bitcoin, and that's okay. Like, you can't get stuck on these hourly time frames, these 30-minute time frames, these smaller time frames, and even expect to have to live a normal life, right? So to zoom out and understand that, hey, we've got some price moves coming, right, based on this idea, and be ready for some type of run-up. Now, are we on the last leg here of the run-up? Potentially. But the main thing is, you'll see there's going to be a peak if it plays out like it did previously, and a pullback. But what I want to really ensure that you understand with this is potentially the pullback happens before the actual halving. And then a potential pullback will happen after the halving. This happened with Litecoin 2. This happened with Litecoin. Remember, Litecoin ran up to like $140, $150 and then pulled back, sold off, and then completely got wrecked over time. Most important thing here is expect the unexpected. Be ready. Have a plan in place today. Make a plan. What's your strategy? What's your plan? Make the plan now. Write it on a whiteboard. Write it on a folder next to your computer. Make a strategy and a plan for the potential run-up that we may see in the future. More importantly, the sell-offs as well. Part of making money in this market, it's easy to buy these coins and hold them. The game changes when you're able to sell and increase your bags on moves to the downside. Bitcoin hits 7,000 amid warning that $2,000 US payouts make fiat hard to value. Yeah, the United States is just money machine now. They're just printing money like crazy. This is good for us overall. So Bloomberg says, hey, money's losing its value. The numbers are being printed by the Federal Reserve are so large that they no longer have any meaning. Fiat devaluation is happening right before our eyes. Ripple partners with Malaysian platform to expand to another 120 countries. Again, Ripple continually in the news. Like, this is big. Hopefully it pays off for the XRP holders. Wyoming passes law to allow insurance companies to invest in Bitcoin and other cryptocurrencies. This is huge. The new crypto law that just got passed based on this idea. So this new law is going to go into effect on July the 1st. It's the first provision of its kind in the nation. Typically, insurance companies are traditionally conservative with their investment portfolios. They're typically invested in high-grade bonds and mortgages. Obviously, Bitcoin is not very conservative. However, this law will allow them to invest in digital currencies. How do these coins increase by 4.1 billion% over 7 days? I saw this. I'm like, life-changing money right here. 4.1. I just made 4.1 billion% in 7 days. Killing it. You always go down. There's always an inside story. Hey, this person says, well, the team has this project which is potentially scripted by a child. You know, it's not really advanced blockchain. They own the entire supply. They can fake any kind of movement they want. Think about it. Like, we're talking about, it worked. we're talking about this hash trust right now because it's all over the top gainers, right? So it's important to know that sometimes when the valuation of the total circulating supply is under $10,000, probably it doesn't take much to move the price of these cryptos. Don't put a whole lot of stock in this. It's more like advertising, if you will. Oil companies are going to dominate Bitcoin mining in 5 years. Here's how. The concept: Bitcoin miners are looking for a cheap and abundant energy resource. Oil and gas companies, which are potentially struggling right now, they're looking to be as efficient and profitable as possible. So this GAM uses gas normally disposed of as a waste byproduct or sold off, sometimes at a loss. So in crypto mining, this could be an energy source. So if designed correctly, containers filled with Bitcoin miners have far superior uptime and are 5x more profitable on average than sending the gas to a pipeline to sell. So they could just essentially use the energy, mine Bitcoin, make Bitcoin mining great again. The thing about capitalism is we are built to reinvent ourselves, right? Oil and gas become Bitcoin mining companies in the future. If you guys like the content that I provide on a daily basis, be sure to subscribe to the channel, like the video, comment below, hit the bell for notifications. Thanks so much. I'll see you guys tomorrow.